am Heather. And I guess I've reached that point in my life when I'm going to be just like, you know what, you fuckers, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all what I actually think. And the reason why it's going to come out so, like, sharp and sassy and like, kind of angry is because you haven't been fucking listening when I've been, like, giving the subtler cues. They've gotten increasingly, pay more attention to the subtler cues. Why do I have to get mad before you fuckers will listen to me? But that's literally been my experience. That no one fucking really truly listens to each other until somebody's mad and is like yelling or something. It makes perfect fucking sense if you do your best to communicate in the way that the receiver has repeatedly said they need you to. If you actually really make a sincere effort at that and they continue to not fucking notice it and continue to kind of push and ask until you get to the point where you're like, come on, man, how do I have to say it so that you understand? So, I got pushed into total fucking meltdown this morning. I kept telling my housemate, I need to stop talking. I am getting more and more overstimulated. And he kept engaging me in conversation. I mean, and I even said, like, I'm really interested in this conversation. We can talk about it later. I cannot do it right now. I'm really overstimulated. And I actually, like, I was covering my eyes, like, for minutes before that. I had turned the music off. I said out loud, like, oh, I just can't with the music right now. You know, like, I made multiple out loud and very clear physical signs. I needed to stop. And earlier on, I was choosing to engage, and it was fun, and I appreciated it. But there came a point where I really wanted it to stop, and I thought that I was being clear, and like gentle, but I had to keep repeating myself until the point, like literally I have my head down, I'm covering my eyes, I'm breathing really hard, and like trying to take some deep breaths, and I'm like, I really need to stop. Please stop. And so in this particular instance, I'm trying to identify, okay, what were the specific aspects of that were so specifically difficult for me? What was it that, you know, not only what were my signs that I was getting overwhelmed and aiming for meltdown, what were the earlier signs, and what were some of the signs that I know I said in ways that were really reasonable? Wait a minute, what? Shit, okay, where am I? Alright. Oh, that's right, I forget that my map has a hard time functioning if I'm making a video, which is so fucking stupid. Okay, anyway. Okay, so what I think the overall process should be, so in this case it's a housemate. It's a male housemate who I feel is presenting and behaving in very similar ways as, honestly, a lot of men our age. I'm 52. Yeah, I'm 52. A lot of men our age present this way, and they definitely do in their 30s. And so this is a common experience, I know it is, and so I'm going to try to break it down as well as I can without, like, really specifically naming the person, but anyone who knows me will know who it is. Anyway, I have to use specific examples in order to actually, for concepts to make sense without having to use a billion words. A billion words exhausts the fuck out of me, and I want to turn my words towards what's actually important to me. Okay, So I am sending gratitude to the men in my life who have inspired this ongoing exploration of mine. I kind of identify, what is it about this that is so upsetting? What is it about this that pushes me over the edge? What could I possibly say very specifically and give a specific request that would be beneficial and maybe simplify this whole process? So I'm in a new household with new housemates, and I've said out loud to them as well, and I'm reminding myself, because we have no history together yet, it is really easy to identify that, like, I mean, obviously in the absence of danger, like, I wish I didn't have to give that fucking disclaimer, but every time I notice, every time somebody doesn't give a disclaimer of like, but of course leave a relationship if it's genuinely abusive. Yeah, fuck, yeah, right. Do we have to keep saying that? Like, you should know that. And if you need help, ask for help. Like, it's hard. I know. I've been in an abusive relationship. Like, I know. Just get out. Okay, see? That's another one. I can't be calm about it because people don't listen, and they keep dating when it's too soon, and I'm like, no, don't do it. I made that mistake. I started dating 6 months after my husband left me, and oh God, I fucked up. Okay, so I keep asking myself lots of questions. When was the first time that I feel like I was having this experience? And I'm going to name that as with my daughter. In that case, you know, it was absolutely age appropriate for my teenage daughter to for me to have a particular experience with my teenage daughter. Perfectly developmentally appropriate. I wish I had more of this like self-reflection practice before I did it with her, because that was my first go around, or second, or whatever, and I did not do as well as I wish I had. So that's part of the reason why I'm so motivated to figure out, like, why does this shit keep happening? Why do people like get to the point where they think I'm just a fucking asshole and really controlling? And I'm like, I feel like I've said exactly what I need. So my daughter had all kinds of subtle signs and ways of communicating that she needed, whatever she needed. Like, I don't think kids should have to learn how to specifically verbalize their needs. They shouldn't have to speak my language. They shouldn't have to speak the adult's language to be understood. And so in the case with my daughter, I kept saying, like, I feel like we're speaking a different language. Please, I just need more time with you so that I can try to learn yours. But by the time I was saying that, I think she'd reached the point where she's like, I'm just done with you, Mom. Like, she hadn't moved out yet, but she was like, you haven't been listening, and I'm frustrated and angry, and I'm expressing that. And I would get all like, this is so hard. I don't know. So I wish I had this practice before my daughter and I went through her teen years, and pretty extraordinary challenge for both of us. Anyway, I'm gonna have to come back to it.